try and do a crossover, lads, right? So what you want is your pipe to be running straight through here, a nice smooth crossover with no kinks and bends. It's not too tight here, okay, and smooth out the other side. You'll see on some previous examples here, okay, where they don't run straight down. Okay, if you put that on, you can see that this leg is looking up at an angle here, and also that's pinched there because it's just heated that one spot and pulled straight up. Okay, that way they haven't spread the heat enough like they have here and here, and you're not getting a smooth transition from one to the other. If you do that, you take the shape of the pipe out of it. Okay, you can cause all sorts of problems inside with the pipe work. So the first thing you'll need to do is we're going to start with the center, the first bend. Okay, pull it down so it's looking almost 90 degrees. It's not going to go exactly 90 degrees, but nice and tight and almost 90 degrees. You can see there from that, like it's not 90. What's been pulled there is not 90 degrees. Yeah. And we want, when we're finished as well, we needed to have a space between here and here. Why do you want to have a space between there and there?
Insulation.
Insulation has to go between as well, right? But it may be jumping over a different type of pipe as well. It's a different material, okay? So you don't want any sort of electrolytic corrosion or anything like that occurring too. All right.
Set distance for that pop over.
Likewise, vibration. Set distance. So you're talking between 10 to 20 mil max. It depends on the size of the pipe that you're jumping over between. Like if you're going to have a bigger jump over, say for 3/4. If that's a 3/4 pipe, for example, then you would, if you were doing a 1/2 inch pipe, you know, you do crossover, jumping them over this way. So the gap is consistent, but it's not too big either, right? You want your crossovers as well nice and tight, okay? Because, for example, if you have a huge big crossover like this, okay, and coming back down here, if you look over at this part here, right, if you need to get a crossover in between a radiator here and here, okay, if you need to get a crossover in there, you need that to be nice and tight. If it's too big, you're never going to fit in a crossover there and get a thread onto your pipe as well, okay? So you need it to be as nice and tight as possible. So the first thing we need to do is then pull a 90-degree bend, right? So, well, not 90, but almost 90, right? A nice, even, smooth bend. If you think about, okay, I have a number 7 tip in this, so the heat's going to get up very quickly. But the other thing is as well, if you think about your radius bends, right? If you're doing a 100 radius bend, yeah, the calculation is pi d over 4, right? So it's 3.142 multiplied by 200 and divided by 4 to get a 90-degree bend. We're not pulling at 90 degrees, but we also don't need it to be a 100-degree radius. It can be tighter than that. Okay, so when you do that calculation, it works out 156 millimeters, something like that, around something off the top of my head. And if you do that calculation, that means you'd have to do 160 millimeters to do a 90-degree bend. But we're not doing 90-degree bend, first of all, and we don't need it to be an exact radius. So you could do a lot less than that, maybe 80 mil. Okay, roughly 80 mil. On. I suppose the bottles would be handy. I pick the center of my pipe and work that way, okay? So I'm doing this part of the bend here first. Yeah, stand up here. Cherry red all the way around. you don't need to come back and forward like that. The only reason I'm doing that is to try and keep it as centre of the pipe as possible, alright? So you can just start at one side and work your way down along it. So let's say I'm going to jump over a 3/4 pipe. Okay, that's roughly where I want to be, and there's a nice gap between the two there as well. Okay, so I'm going to shock. Right, so roughly that's the same distance from here to here as it is here to here. Okay, so roughly that's right. So I'm going to put a line across there. Okay, where I want the pipe to be running across this line here, and the same on that side, right? So whatever I do to one side of this, I should really be doing to the other side of this. All right? Okay. I'm not going because this is heat bended. You can play around with it as much as you like, and you'll get it right. Okay. You don't have to have an exact science to it. I'm sure there is an exact science to it, but we don't need to go like that. Once it's very, very close, we'll be okay. So I'm going to start the heat at that mark, or just before that mark maybe. Right? Either I'll start the heat on the mark, right? And it will spread back a little bit, because it's going to spread both directions, okay? And now I want to pull it back the opposite direction. And remember what's going to happen here. If I only heat that little bit and pull that back now, remember from the one I showed you earlier, the old one, it's heated here in the middle. So we need to spread that heat over a longer distance to stop it from heating, okay? So when I look straight along that pipe then, okay, it's almost lining up with that chalk mark where I had it, alright? So I know I'm roughly in the right direction there, I'm roughly in the right place there. Okay, and you can see my chalk mark is still along that, and that one is straight down there. Is that okay, yeah? Right. So now we need to do pretty much the exact same thing on the other side. What you do to one side, you do to the other side, mirror them off, okay? It can be tricky to, when you pull this, you're not pulling it down or up like that, okay? If you get that, while it's hot, hit it with a hammer, get it right back down again, alright? So I'm starting my heat in the same spot, I'm starting on that line again. Okay, so that looks pretty close now, right? And if this is, when I put this down on the bench, if this one is lower than this, I can move that with the heat, okay? And if it's higher than that one, I can move that with the heat as well. So we'll take it out. So first I'm going to put it along those lines and see what it looks like. And it's looking pretty close. I might, it may be a little bit lower on this side. A little bit lower on that side than it is on that side. And how can I tell? I can put it down on the bench like that. Okay? And there should be no gaps underneath. Alright? So that is almost spot on. Okay? So around that side. Have a look along there, lads. When I put that flat down there, can you see light underneath that? If you can see light underneath that, it means it's not touching the bench perfectly, so it's raising up a little bit. So where is that raising up a bit? Okay, at both ends, which means I should just put it up a tiny bit on both of them. Here you see that without the heat. Perfect. Yeah, no light underneath that at all. Okay. So I'm quite happy that when I put this onto the lines, it runs straight through this line. I have a good decent gap all the way around. When my crossover is finished, it should be center of the pipe. The pipe, it shouldn't be crossing over a pipe there like this. It shouldn't be crossing over a pipe like that, and it shouldn't be doing this either. That should be center of this pipe here. Should have a nice even space all the way around, okay? And at the highest point of the crossover should be in line with the center of that pipe, and that should look straight on down like that there too.